So it is 8 a.m. and the food trucks are arriving. Nice patio area. Oh man, I wish we had some time for food this morning, but maybe once we get to our booth. There are all kinds of booths this way too. I believe there are over 150 vendors this year. Look, he's bringing in fresh lobster rolls. I don't like seafood, but a lot of other people do. Okay, so I showed you a video of what we looked like last night, but let's take a peek at it in the morning light, see what I'm gonna have to clean up and see what might have fallen down. So we sold quite a few of the wooden fish and things that we had up here. So this cabinet definitely has less in it, but it's not looking too bad. I did try to do a quick clean last night. I wasn't gonna bring these because I need to clean them up still. But these two brass, see the brass under there, these are solid brass shoes. One's a cowboy boot and one's an old-fashioned ladies boot, like Victorian lady boot. These were also found under that house. I wanted to clean them up and polish them a bit more before I brought them to market, but I had them in the back of my car and they were a little taller for fillers, so I decided to go ahead and bring that. And always a good space filler is to open a nice book, stick a little doodad on it, and it looks like it takes up more space and people get curious about the other books that are next to it. So that's one quick little hint. I'm gonna throw some more nests in this picture because it actually does help it show a little better, and the green is a nice touch. And the reason that we're missing eggs is because people were buying them out of there, of course. So it does get effective. I like to have some nests up here, but I don't want to nest in everything, right? I want the pieces to show their own beauty, but I do want a smattering of cool stuff. All right, so I thought for sure we were going to sell this yesterday. We had somebody very excited about it, and then her friend, I think, talked her out of it. And I had something tucked back here, but now I don't know what it was, so I'll have to figure that out. I sold most of the jars that I had set up with decor exactly as they were. I think there was somebody who wanted one thing changed out of it. I don't remember what it was, but I think they wanted a sheep or something put in it instead, but she basically bought the jar as it was, just changed out like maybe, you know, the nest for a sheep kind of thing. But otherwise, those have done very well for us. We haven't really sold that many, well, I shouldn't say, we haven't sold that many wooden bunnies. We've sold a lot of the little bunnies, the ceramic bunnies. My Liberty is still sitting in the wreath, which is nice. And I love this guy. If he doesn't sell, I'll be okay. And that's the sound of rain. Yep, that's the sound of rain. That's not particularly helpful. So we really try to just layer pieces in everywhere that we can to leave a lot for the eye to puzzle. I can't believe that Sue's mushroom is here. This is the first time it's actually come out anywhere. We've had it sitting in the factory the whole time, kind of debating if we were going to keep it ourselves or if we were going to sell it, but we decided that it would come, and if it doesn't sell here, then it is going to stay home with us, and I'm thinking it might stay home. Must have had something big here, not exactly sure what, but anyway, it's not there anymore. Maybe a couple somethings, because there's a stand that's also empty. So I'll have to do a little fill in that area or bring things together a tiny bit. And a good look at all the little things here. We sold a little bit of brass, not as much as expected. But again, yesterday was a slow day. There were not many people here, and I'm sure that's because of the rain. Oh, there's the poor lady with the furniture over there. And she's frustrated because all her stuff is really stacked in the rain, or stacked in the under her booth, and she can't really function with the rain. This is a tough day. It's a tough day for an outdoor space, which is why, you know, when they offered us the pavilion, we've been coming here for a couple years before we got the pavilion, and it's made such a big difference. I think all of this would just be under a tent with the wind blowing and the mud under our feet. That was always the worst, is, you know, not only do you have the more issues with the weather, but you also have the mud that accumulates. And so you bring in rugs, and pretty much you can throw those rugs away at the end of the event, because you'll never get them clean again. So I need to do a little bit of refilling on the earrings, it looks like. I haven't quite finished doing that. I did a little reset up here because we sold the big lantern. So again, trying to show off the layering effect of using the milk glass, the silver, and, you know, a cloche top. So once again, I'm not going out there. It is a lot of frustration for people under tents. I've been there, done that. That white tent right there is where we started at this event. We started off with 2, and then went to 3, or then went to 4 under there, and then somebody left this spot where we're at, and we've been here ever since. But we did 3 or 4 years under that tent. Not that tent, but that location. And it was rough, man. It was rough, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's take a look at the herborist cabinet and what we've got going on here. So some dough bowls and lanterns. We sold quite a few of these little pots out of here. I'm surprised these sheep are still here, frankly. Just about out of the cow pots. They were popular yesterday. I'm surprised he's still here. The brass elephants that we found under the house, and these are the little bunnies that I went and bought from Honey. They're a little humid under there right now. I might have to clean them again, but they fit so nicely under the cloches. I went and bought all of them. So, you know, again, it's just about layer, 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 layer. And you know how I am with the greenery. It goes in everything. It fills things out and makes them look really nice together. All right, because it's time for me to, this is the set that I said, I think we'll sell this today if there's people here. Lots of people were looking at it. The vintage brass necklace doesn't come with it, but I needed a forward place to put it because I think it's absolutely fabulous, but I don't like things that tight against my neck. So anyway, yeah, that's where we are today. Hopefully the rain, you know, doesn't keep us too slow for too long today. As you can see, when the weather cleared up a little bit, the space became really nice and crowded. And actually, when it rained, sometimes it was a great opportunity to sort of capture people because they didn't want to go back out of the rain, and we had shelter. Well, it looks like the rain is at it again. Bubble waffles are right there, still haven't had one. The good news is, because we are a pavilion, customers are getting deadlocked in our spaces, which means they will come in, roam around, and for this little bit of time that they're all in here, we probably will have really good sales. So come and wander for a moment and take some video. It has either been raining or it has been busy for us. So this is really the first time out of the booth all day for me. As you can see, the sun is coming out really nice now. And the farm is just, it's just such a ranch, I guess. It's just such a beautiful place to be on a really nice day. So I love that. There are some fun booths I like. Their little trailer, and they've got all the outdoor furniture. It's uncovered, but you know, I mean, most homes it would be uncovered anyway. So this is just kind of a look at wandering the grounds, and this is the way back to our booth and how I came through the other day with you. So I guess I won't turn off filming. That's funny. That is funny. If I see anything interesting, that I want to show you. I will turn the camera back on. But that barn right there, that's where we are. So I'm pretty close at this point. I showed you that row on the way, and then I think I came back around this way and showed you most of it. Hi, goaty goat goat. Okay, so one of my favorite things about coming out at Diamond D is that the goats are very friendly because there is a pet feeding zoo here. So they all come to the gate when they all come to the gate when they see people because they think they're gonna get nibbles. And that is very fun. So it is beautiful out here. I'm so glad that the rain has stopped. You're so cute. I'm so glad that the rain has stopped so that, huh?
I forgot. I put the quarter in the cash register.
Well, that was silly of you.
I know.
Do we have any in the car?
I can go look.
But I saw itty bitty baby. Itty bitty baby. Oh, look at this little black one. Oh, I love this little black one. It's like one of my cats. But I did see an itty bitty baby out here feeding off a mama this morning. Oh, the fluffy white one's really pretty. Hi, fellas. Oh, it's hard for you to see, but right over there, that little white one looks like a baby. But there are some real tiny ones out here. Well, hello. Hello. Okay, so apparently cats are
Arguing amongst us.
are wanting to be
Go
in
away.
this also. So today was Saturday, and it's usually the big day.
Usually is a big day.
We
had good crowds.
There were definitely a lot more
some
people.
good crowds.
Yeah, definitely a lot more people today, for sure.
A little less rain, but you know,
It was still,
a little less rain.
I mean, mid-afternoon, the skies just
Whoosh.
opened up.
But you know,
I wouldn't want
it
to,
brought everybody into our barn, so that was nice.
it was, but they just stood around, they didn't shop.
They were shopping. You got to give tutorials on glass.
I got to give a lot of tutorials on glass, but they weren't buying it.
They weren't buying it.
They were
But interested, but they weren't
But
buying it.
I mean, there was that one guy who did buy a piece, but we still have a lot of the pieces that we dug up on the table.
Yeah, a lot of that glassware from under the house. We've got to get some cloudiness out, and we just haven't had time. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? So we do still have some really pretty pieces, and as soon as I can get the cloudiness out,
And since we're on that glass that we got from that house, we did good with all this stuff.
We have sold almost all of it.
We've been doing good.
Almost every item.
Kind of shocking, and the cute little figurines and things people have bought, and they've been so excited.
And they've been very distressed, and I've not been lowballing on the prices.
No.
I mean, for the condition of the pieces, they were right in line with where they should be.
Yeah, so happy customers. I like seeing happy customers this weekend.
Yeah. So I'm going to say today was a little bit disappointing in sales. It wasn't a bad day.
No, it wasn't a bad day.
It wasn't a bad day. I'm not going to complain. So yesterday we did just over $2,000, and today we did about 2,400, just over 2,400.
So not bad.
So we're sitting at 4,400 right now. I watched the recap of all of Diamond D earlier today, and I was thinking we did like 5,500 or something like that, but we actually did 8,500.
Oh, okay.
So we are definitely not going to have a
we're-
$4,000 day tomorrow.
We're falling behind.
So for sure this year is not as good as
We
last
could
year.
sell all the furniture.
But I will say that, my goal, my high-end, so last year, my high-end goal was like 7,500. Oh, we did 7,800 last year. My high-end goal was 7,500, and we did 78. So we exceeded the high-end goal last year. This year, my high-end goal was 5, because we really, there's so many factors at play here. Retail sales are always low during an election year, So, you know, that was there, and that's going to be doubly true this year because it's so polarized. And so what that means is it's not about the politics, it's about the uncertainty in the market. And when there's an uncertainty in market, retail tends to, well, hello, PETA. Retail tends to take a hit because people don't spend money. And then you add to that, you know, the cost of groceries and things like that, and people don't have as much disposable income. So they're not, you know, they're not spending there. And then the fact that it has just poured rain the last 2 days.
Oh, yeah. So if anybody was thinking furniture, they certainly weren't thinking it today. We had some good sunshine in the middle of the day.
And we did sell some furniture. We sold 3 side tables and a dresser today.
We actually did. Yeah,
so,
nice.
You know, so that was nice.
So, I mean, overall, I'm happy with the way things are going. I mean, could things always go better? Things could always go better.
They can always go better.
I'm happy they're not going worse because, well, we've had worse.
We have had worse. Memphis. Yeah, so I'm pleased overall with, you know, being at $4,400 or $4,400 roughly. That's great. And it's funny because some of the sales, not a ton, but a couple $100 worth of sales actually came from Facebook viewers.
Yes.
Who saw the pictures that I posted on Facebook and Instagram and were like, oh, I wish I could buy that pillow. And I'm like, how much is it? Well, it's $35. I'd be happy to ship it. And they're like, yes, I will buy it. So they gave me their email address. I sent an invoice. They paid for it. And on Monday, I'll ship it out to them.
We'll make sure it gets pulled out first thing in the morning. And,
yep, so that it doesn't get resold. So, you know, that's been kind of nice, and that's been a little different. So,
hey, we'll take.
Hey, yeah, we're happy to go either way. And I'm also happy with the stuff, most of the stuff that's sold is stuff that I wouldn't want to ship.
It's true.
So the stuff that we have left is stuff I can put on Etsy, eBay, whatnot, our website, things like that. So look for that on those.
So we'll see how tomorrow goes.
And today we did sell a lot of glass.
Yeah, we actually did. I wrapped up lots of glass, and it's just been amazing. I think I've been happy with it. I've been happy with what's been selling.
Yeah, and I'll say we did.
Books. She's been selling books.
I sold a lot of books.
She sold a lot of books.
One of the houses that the house that we actually got the uranium
stuff.
the pre-estate sale uranium glass and stuff like that. I picked up a lot of first editions of religious books, and this is definitely a religious crowd.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of little mini book stacks and first edition religious books, lots of Bibles, beautiful leather-bound Bibles that sold. So there were a lot of good things. Uh-oh, gotta hit that close.
Oh, hang on. Oh.
Okay.
Now we can see again.
So, you know, I'm not unhappy. I mean,
I feel bad for other vendors who are feeling that pinch.
Yeah.
Almost feel guilty that we did pretty good. I mean, we're staying above water, and that's where I want to be.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that was really different for us is strategically, and I talked a lot about this in our business coaching group. I've been talking about it since February. Is Easter is so early this year. So when you take the economic situation and you add an early Easter, nobody's buying chicks and bunnies. I mean, maybe vintage style. You know, where a bunny, like a lot of people like bunnies in their house year round, vintage style bunnies, but not Easter related.
Yeah.
So
that's and I'm glad now, because before market we didn't do a lot of shopping before market.
We just thrifting and
the thrifting, and then the florals that we always have, because that's who we are. But I'm glad we didn't go hog wild with all that.
We really didn't spend money for this market.
Because I never would have thought about Easter being so close to our market.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm glad for us that
did I pay attention to stuff like that?
you pay attention to stuff like that.
That's why I do the business coaching.
But I'm also surprised that that with our thrifting and the estate sale stuff, that we're able to bring it to market and do well, and we're giving good prices on them. I mean, they're fair prices.
They're fair. I mean, they're definitely prices where we're making a good profit, and they're prices that people can afford, because it's that lipstick economy right now. And we've gotten a lot of compliments on the cohesion of the booth in bringing the vintage to a more updated style.
Yeah. People have been very, very pleased with our booth, and that always makes me happy.
Yeah, and it is fun to see the things that we have thrifted that you were like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work or not, and then see it sell. Then you're like, yes.
Yes, is what I gotta say, because I don't know if you remember this carom board that I bought, and she was making fun of my video.
Only because I've never heard of it before.
That game that I bought for $5 at Renninger's, I got $50 for it today.
You did.
And
they didn't want the box.
And the guy that bought it was really excited to have it because it looked like a neat vintage game, and it's like
and his mom was like, "Oh yeah, I used to play that game."
And I was so excited.
And I think
somebody knew what it was.
And I think that was the final kicker was that.
But
he was like, "It's really got that vintage look." I'm like, "That's because it really is vintage."
I was like, "Oh, I'm old."
And I think that's been a big change too. Is we've seen a lot of market stuff, wholesale to retail. Things that, like Hobby Lobby-esque, farmhousey stuff coming into the vintage markets. So I think people were kind of excited to see vintage in the vintage markets.
Yes. Someone, I believe it was this morning, came up to me and looked at our stuff and told me that she was really happy to see all the vintage stuff in here. And I said, well, it's new to us. We're trying it out to see how it goes. She goes, well, they just need to set up a whole area where we have nothing but this older stuff. It's like, well, I don't think an area needs to be.
Yeah.
People need to walk around. You can't just go to a specific area.
Although they did that at Yellow Daisy Festival, and that was the best part of.
That's true. That very center.
The
very center of the cinnamon roll is how I like to think of it.
Yeah, it really was. That was the area we spent all our time at Yellow Daisy. So maybe it will
all
work.
the antique stuff out there. But we're not there as antique people.
No, we don't know enough about it. But I
would love to.
I've done a lot of research on uranium glass, manganese glass, and cadmium glass. So I had all the answers.
You had answers for that.
I had all the answers to entertain and amuse people today.
She did. She amused some kids yesterday from the Pyrex kids. So.
I've had a lot of fun showing the young kids that are like 10 to 12. I'll say, or maybe 8 to 12, 8 to 12, showing them how it glows and what about it, and they've all been like, wow, when putting the 365 black light on it.
I think it's important to instill some love of object with our kids today, because I think kids have grown up just thinking it's throwawayable. If something breaks, you don't fix it, you toss it, and things are made cheap, and you just expect to throw it away. And you gotta teach them that we gotta hang on to things and repurpose, reuse, or
And it was really nice to see the young 20-year-olds, 20 to 35-year-olds really embrace. They didn't buy a lot, but I don't think they had the money to buy a lot.
Yeah.
To really be like, oh, I love all this stuff.
Yeah.
And to be excited and talk about, oh, if you had a cabinet with a black light and you could see all that and that kind of stuff. So I think when the economy gets a little better, which might be a year or two,
hopefully sooner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna recover before fall. So I think we're gonna have a rough fall, and then we'll have a nice spring again next year, probably. After the elections are over and after the beginning of the year.
Chill out, and everybody just needs to live a happy life. Is that too much to ask?
It's just economics. This is not, a political conversation. It's just economics.
Yeah, well.
Uncertainty makes people hold on to their money.
It's true.
It happens every 4 years. If you look it up, it happens every 4 years.
Well, I'm hoping that tomorrow we're supposed to have our record crowds.
Yeah, the record ticket sales for Sunday. So we'll see how that translates.
Sundays are usually pretty casual, pretty relaxed. So tomorrow could be a good people watching day.
Sunday is usually 8 to 1200. So if we stay in that ballpark, we'll actually hit our goal.
And that'll be nice.
And that'll be nice.
You've marked some furniture down.
I have marked furniture down, which I don't usually like to do, but we've shut down a booth. Next week we shut down a booth at Great American.
We need to move it.
And
we like to move it.
Oh, sorry. But I just don't want to take it back, is the honest. And I I don't know. I just don't want to take it
I
back.
don't have room in the trailer to take it back.
I mean, I just don't want to take it back. So, you know, if not, it'll go up on sale on Facebook Marketplace. But we're trying to downsize and really keep to more smalls. So
we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Plus, I have a lot of pieces that I already started painting, so I need room.
And I just gotta say, I'm exhausted.
I'm really tired.
I'm exhausted.
It's nice being home, but at the same time, Sue and I were laughing because, you know, when she came home, she had to upload, or she had to do pictures.
I had to do my photos. I gotta get photos out. And my computer apparently decided to die on me while I was gone. I don't know if it died from me, you know, missing me or what. But the doggone thing won't start up, but it does turn on, and it's not the blue screen. I have no idea.
Yeah, so
my computer won't work.
So that'll be taking it to the son-in-law and
very grumpy about that.
And getting him to fix it probably. But in the meantime,
after the computer fuss, I gotta clean all the cat boxes and get them all up to date and cleaned and
I had to wash dishes and cook dinner. So
and then apparently animals want to eat. I mean,
animals want to eat, and you know
they don't feed themselves.
And when we're out of town, it's like show's over, go back to the hotel room, order in some takeout food.
Find me some food.
You know, and then spend the whole night watching, you know, YouTube videos or, you know, mindless TV until, you know, we fall asleep and get up early in the morning again.
After my chores were done, I got my whiskey on ice, and I'm just like, I need to chill.
Yeah, I mean, we don't usually have that in the hotel, so that's probably nice for you.
I did that one time.
Oh, that's right.
That one time I needed it.
But there is something to just, you know, going back and isolating in a hotel room that you can't do at home.
Yeah, especially when the cats are so needy.
They're very needy because we've been gone. And we have all these smells from goats and things like that. So they're like, "What are you doing? Where have you been? What's happening?"
So,
yeah.
Well, all right, we'll do a wrap up after tomorrow.
And
you'll see a video on goats.
On goats, I did do a live today at Goats.
Oh, live.
We did a live today in Goats.
Live goats.
Live goats. So you can check that out on Facebook. There'll be a little bit of video in here of the goats as well. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna say it's been good for us. It is exceeding expectations, although the days have felt really long because it's not been like, so in comparison, we had 120 orders today. Yesterday we had 65. So we did have almost twice as many. But our average sales went from $29.
Earrings today. We had so many more pairs of earrings today.
Yeah, so we did a lot more orders today, but yesterday's order average was $29.77 and today's was $18.75.
Yeah,
so an average of $11 less per order. So there were more people buying, but they were spending less money.
So we gotta work on that.
So, you know, it's just, you know, it's the lipstick economy.
There's just no saying what people are gonna buy and what's gonna happen. So I'm just enjoying. We got good food. I got my bubble waffle today. Yeah. And life is good.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we will touch base again tomorrow and do the wrap up, and then we will see you guys on
the Whatnots.
On the Whatnot on Sunday, and I will have.
We're doing it Thursday.
Oh, that's right, Thursday. Forgot about Thursday.
Yeah. Craft night.
Yeah, craft night.
DIY craft night.
Yeah, craft night is our big night, and it will be fun.
It's fun.
And then, you know, I'll sort through all this stuff after we close down the booth, and we'll probably do a couple pop-ups to start moving some of.
And hopefully we'll do a thrifting on Monday, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking we were gonna need to go thrifting.
I got a couple houses I gotta go to, but.
Yeah, I've got coaching in the morning, so usually after coaching and you do your houses, then we go off and we'll hit up the Salvation Army because it's 50% off on Mondays for seniors.
Love being old.
We be seniors, so
it works for me.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Have a good night.
Well, aren't you a cutie pie? Aren't you a cutie pie? I don't have food. We got to get a quarter. This one's like, oh. Maybe there's food out here. Look, you're a big guy. You're a big guy. I know, I don't want to get my hand smashed. Do you know how to get your head out of there? Little ones. Definitely a big feeding line here. Hello.